Hey, what's up guys? It's Jake, aka Tag, and today we're back at it again with my favorite 3 Musketeer deck, and it is finally viable again. You're going to end up having Fireball Bait with the Royal Hogs, the 3 Musketeers, and the Hunter. Great defensive capabilities for whenever your opponent fireballs the 3 Muskies, you just sauce out a Hunter, and it destroys Golem and Giant decks. So check out this deck for 12 win grand challenges. It is super strong right now, and let me know how it ends up working for you down below in the comment section. Alright, we're going to end up going for Skeletons in the back. We're going to sauce out a Good Luck, and we're going to see what's up, see what's good. See what this guy's got. So he sees Skeletons, he's going to drop an Ice Spirit. Ice Spirit right on top of the Skeleton, so it's not really give him any value at all. He's going to drop a Tesla. I kind of want to evade the Tesla. As you guys can see, it's slightly placed off to the side here, so I want to end up going in for Royal Hogs. But thinking about that again, I most likely would rather get a Fireball value on top of the Tesla and the Princess. Tesla didn't even activate, man. This is crazy. I guess he just misplaced it. Barbarero OP, so let's make that happen. Shut down the barrel. Make sure that we nullify all damage. He's going to have to drop Tesla on top of the Royal Hog, so that's going to be good for us. If he has Valkyrie, it could be a little bit worse. So our great ways of counteracting his barrel every single time is going to be Hunter, Dark Prince. If the Dark Prince is charging, it can nullify everything. Three Musketeers is kind of out of the question after the nerf because it's like load-in speed is just so long. It would never be able to hit the barrel in time. The barrel would literally die at the tower before. It would have to be something else. He's just going to rocket me and give me a little saucy BM, so I really want to win this game. Ever since you see someone BMing, it's just, you have to bounce back, guys. You have to assert the dominance on them. That's just the way the game works, man. So hopefully we can win. But what I was talking about earlier is just going for Hunter in the back here as well. That's going to be another phenomenal way of counteracting the barrel. And then giving me counter push potential. So don't really want to drop Royal Hogs because we know it's going to net a negative trade. Kind of just want to wait and see what he wants to do. A little bit further off at the side, so I'm just going to go bar barrel that. I'm not going to get juked by you, sir. We know from our vast amount of experience with Goblin Barrel, you just look at the shadow and you're able to decipher where it's going, so you never really have to worry. You should never get juked by a barrel that's here. If you look at the shadow, you're like, oh, it's literally going to the middle of the map. You'll be fine. Now we're going to split 3 Muskies, and we're going to drop in the lane like, hey, if you want to rocket, you can only hit 1, so it's really bad for you if you rocket this. The Dark Prince right on top, we're going to kill the Princess in 2 hits. He's going to rocket the other side, but, you know, he's not really going to get any value. Muskie is still alive, so that's going to be quite the nuisance for him. Since we still have the Musketeer, let's try to make a pretty big push here. We have Ice Golem, we're splitting, and then I'm going to go Barbarero on offense, because I want to keep the Muskie alive if possible. At least killing the Goblin Gang is pretty nice. If that Barbarian gets on top, that would be great. I'm going to go split 3 Muskies again. If I split earlier, it's area denial. So this is like a very far ahead prediction, so he can't really reliably go for the barrel. I mean, he can, it's just bad play because I have Hunters, so. He's going to rocket again. I'm going to end up going for the dankest of Princes, Ice Golem, and then I'm going to go split again, and I want to end up hitting a Tesla and the Princess here, if that's possible. That'd be great. It'd be very cool. So, I really just didn't care about the tower damage. I'd much rather get the Royal Hogs on top of the tower as soon as possible. And I think we win this game. He did BM us, so we got to sauce out a little bit of BM if we do win this. I'm just going to end up going in for 3M, and then I'm going to end up going in for the Bar Barrel. The 3M is just area denial, dropping the Bar Barrel back, so then he's not able to juke us and drop it further back. Yeah, he's just a very vocal sir. We're going to sauce out the Fireball, and we're going to give him the yawning face, letting him know that it was an easy W despite the BM that he gave us early on and the Peace Out Girl Scout. Dude, they all BM. They all BM. It's crazy. They're so wild BMing me out here, man. And this guy's going to go for a Tombstone, so it's probably going to be Graveyard. If it's Graveyard, it's going to be a little bit scary because he has a lot of time to NATO now. So I think NATO is going to be a supremely hard counter to 3M. If you thought about it, you could always NATO the 3 Musketeers if you had fast enough reaction time, but now you don't even have to have good reaction time. So that's going to be a little bit of a difficulty. I think this will definitely be one of the harder matchups that we would ever face. So I'm going to try my hardest to win this, but we'll have to wait and see if we can. I mean, the Tombstone's out of cycle. The 3 Muskies are not going to get any damage, really. Never mind. I stand corrected. They literally got 600 damage on the tower. The damage buff is unreal. Holy crap. And he doesn't have the deck that I thought he did. He's actually going to have Golem. We're going to go for Royal Hogs at the same time he goes in for a Golem. Unfortunately, he'll be able to stockpile behind the Golem, so I would have much rather gone opposite. But if I'm able to defend this, I think I win the game. So that's really what I need to focus on. Can I defend the tower? If that's possible, I think I win. I think our best bet is just going for 3 Muskies all in one lane here, guys, just for the damage. If I'm able to damage down that Golem really quickly, then I think we would be able to win. I need to go in for an Ice Golem as well. That was actually really bad for him. trying to NATO the 3 Musketeers into the Mega Minion isn't a good play because I'd much rather have the Mega Minion lock onto the 3M than the Mega Minion, than the tower. I really want to conserve tower HP here, so that was really cool. It's going to have NATO, Tombstone, Mega Minion. I mean, this is a pretty funky Golem deck, to be honest. I thought for sure it was Graveyard, but yeah, this is wacky. Usually they only end up having NATO or Tombstone. They usually don't have both. So yeah, this is a little bit wacky. I want to end up going in for a Dark Prince here. Dark Prince is really good now, guys. If you haven't noticed, it actually does pretty well on defense, even against a Prince. So Lumberjack is not going to be an issue at all. It's actually going to demand a little bit more of a response. I want to save the Hunter for Golem or air units, and he's dropping a ton of air units now. He's dropping the Mega Man, he's dropping Baby Dragon, and now I can just end up going for 3M. I can go Ice Golem as well. He's going to go NATO everything opposite. But obviously, since there's only one tower, you can't really do that anymore. So that worked out really well for us. He gave up. He aborted this mission. He's gone, Chief. We have won the game. We have asserted dominance to the highest degree. This deck is just so good, man. It destroys Golem players. If they ever decide to go like for an early Golem, you just go for the Royal Hogs, and then you have Hunter, and you have 3 Musketeers. So even if they have Lightning, there's no way for them to ever break through. The best placement for the 3 Muskies is right here against Lightning, so they can't really kill all the Musketeers. The Lightning will come down, and then it will hit the tower, so you'll at least have 1 Musketeer alive. So that was GG, well played, and peace out, dude. This guy was actually pretty late in the GC, too, so I started dominance over a pretty decent Golem player. Yeah. Alright, we're going to end up going for Skeletons here. Unfortunately, we see a Hog Rider, and we do not end up having our Hunter, so that is the worst possible case scenario, but we are able to deny all but 2 hits. I'd much rather have been able to deny all but 1 hit, but I did not get my Dark Prince really early. If I had got my Dark Prince, he would have only gotten 1 hit when I had Skeletons plus the Dark Prince on him. I think he's probably going to end up having 2.6 Hog. And against 2.6 Hog, they're probably going to be able to win this, but I'm going to try my absolute hardest to win. Especially when I have a bad card cycle. It's going to be rough. I need to go in for Barbarian Barrel because that Muskie is going to lock onto our tower. Don't want that to happen anytime soon. Barb is actually going to be tanking. Unfortunately, I just don't have Elixir to support my push with Royal Hogs here at all. So this is a tough situation to be in. Down around 1,000 HP in single Elixir against 2.6 Hog that can just cycle Fireballs on top of our 3M at almost any given point. So let's see how we can navigate this. We have to come back. We have to play super well to win. I'm going to cycle Dark Prince in the back. He's probably just going to log it and then cycle some cheap Elixir cards like an Ice Spear and Skeletons. No, he's not going to at all. He's going to end up going in for a Muskie. So I kind of want to end up going and splitting my 3M again. If that Dark Prince doesn't get a hit on that, that would be really sad. It did get a hit, fortunately for us, and obviously he's going to have to deal with this. I hope he fireballs early so then I can get an Ice Golem in front. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to get the Ice Golem in front of that Musketeer. I'm also trying to get it to tank. Unfortunately, it just didn't have enough juice in the tank to propel himself ahead. That would have been so nice if he would have been able to get it in front of that Muskie, guys. I have to go for a Barb Barrel here. I want to clean up those Skeletons if possible so then we can have the Musketeer still alive. And we're going to get a ton more damage, at least baiting out a log. Very cool stuff, man. Very cool stuff. Now I can end up going for Hunter and Skeletons on defense against the Hog Rider that's impending. But nonetheless, this is still not very easy for us. I need to go Dark Prince just to cycle. He's going to go for Hog. I can go for Skeletons. I think that denies everything. I'm not 100% certain, but I think it does. It does not. Yikes. Maybe if I dropped it a little bit earlier. I'm going to end up going in for 3M here. The Hunter should be able to potentially get on the tower. I don't know. I would have to Fireball back if he hogs. Yeah, so I actually have to Fireball this back to deny all damage. Otherwise, he gets a hit, and I can't have that happen. I lose the game if that happens, guys. Gonna go split Royal Hogs, one towards the Musketeers, so then I have a tank for it, and he's not gonna get absurd Fireball value. 2 Muskies are locking, but that's not enough, man. That's definitely not enough. I need to keep defending here. They go for a high Ice Golem if he goes in for a Hog. Probably does. Can we kill that? I think we can. I need to eat some damage on the other side. And then you go split Royal Hogs again. These Royal Hogs need to put in work. We have a Hunter still alive, so it's still a possibility of it working for us. But he's going to log in Fireball, so I think we lost. GG, man. Very well played. Obviously a tough scenario. We almost came back, but it just wasn't enough. GG and well played, brother. Very bad start. No Hunter in cycle, so that was probably the reason why we lost. We just got down too much tower damage, and I wasn't able to come back. So sometimes you can kind of get screwed by card cycle. Wasn't too much I could do there. All right, we got a game against Spades. We're going to sauce out a good luck here, and we're going to go in for a Barb Barrel. Spades is a pro player, very, very good player, so we have to play super well if we want to win this. We go split 3M. He's going to go for Electro. I think the 3M should be up a little bit higher, so we were able to kill that Electro a little bit quicker. But, you know, nonetheless, we're still going to get some pretty good counter push. He's going to be down a little bit of Elixir, so that's okay. He's going to end up having P.E.K.K.A for sure. I want to end up going for Royal Hogs here just to make sure that if he goes in for P.E.K.K.A, he's not going to be able to drop it right on top of the Muskies and get value. He's going to end up having to drop other cards now, too. So that's going to be a ton of damage on the other side. I actually have to eat that Royal Ghost if I want to defend this fully. A little bit unfortunate, but it is a situation that I am in. So we're going to end up going in for an Ice Golem here. I'm going to end up going for a Hunter after. And I want to end up pulling the P.E.K.K.A right into us. So this should be a pretty solid defense. If I'm able to pull the P.E.K.K.A. So that's really unfortunate. I have to drop a Dark Prince. Dark Prince's shield should be able to block P.E.K.K.A hit. Then I also end up having to go in for a Barbarial if I want to be able to defend this. I think that does die. So we're doing okay here. I don't think the Royal Ghost gets a hit on my tower. It might actually. I have to go for Ice Golem. That's a little bit of a yikes. So Spades played that super well early. That Zap was incredibly clutch. If he hadn't done that, we wouldn't have had to spend any Elixir. We wouldn't have had to drop that Dark Prince. I think we would be way further ahead now. So that was pretty well played on his end. He's going to end up going in for a Bandit. I think I end up having to go in for a Hunter here and just playing defense. I will end up going for Skeletons. If he zaps, then it's not that good for him. So then it just like walks after, so yeah. Oh, I guess I should have dropped it like closer to the Hunters. If the Hunter got hit off then. I'm going to go for Royal Hogs here. I think I have to bank on kiting with an Ice Golem. I'm going to get a ton of damage on the other side. So this is really unfortunate that he's doing that. I think I have to go in for 3M. Just play defense and just sack him. 3M's going to die, but it's going to kill everything that I need to. The Electro should die too, so it was an investment for us. Let's say it that way. I'm going to end up going for Skeletons here. I think we should be okay if I play this correctly. Oh, wow. Nope. Very, very well-timed zap again, and he takes our tower because of those zaps, man. So got to give Spades credit where credit is due. His zaps have just been on point today. Really haven't been able to break through too much because of that. I'm going to have to Fireball. I can't even hit the tower because of his placements. I have to make this walk. I'm going to go Ice Golem and then Dank Prince. And then maybe we can break through. I'm not 100% convinced that we do, but I just try my hardest here, guys. I need to get a Fireball down, and maybe we can get the tower. It's going to be a pretty close situation. If that Royal Piglet gets one more hit, we do take the tower, so that's great. Good stuff, man. Can I defend now is the question. Here you go, Ice Golem. Those Royal... yeah, great. Royal Piglets are not going to be dropped there at all. 3M is still alive, which is really great. 3M cleaned up everything. He battle rammed right into 3M, so maybe we can make this work. A Dank Prince, and I think I might go for 3. High key might go for 3. I think it's probably the wave. Skeletons to distract the P.E.K.K.A, probably. That worked out pretty well. I mean, it obviously could have been better, but it wasn't terrible. Kill the P.E.K.K.A. He doesn't have that in cycle anymore. I'm going to go split 3M. He's down Elixir, so he can't make anything happen. He's just going to go poison that. Pretty well played. Guys, we might even have a draw on our hands here, which would be kind of unfortunate. I don't want to play draws ever, but if it happens, it happens, you know? I have to Barbarial on top of this. Maybe I go in for Skeletons to make sure the Barbarian kills, so then the Electro splits up its damage. Skeletons might actually kill the Bandit. Just need to make sure that those Bandits don't dash. If they don't dash, we're fine. That Barbarial should kill. Very cool, very cool. I'm going to split 3M again. I think that's probably our best bet. Especially when he has the Electro coming at us. It wouldn't surprise me if he just packed it. Yeah, he did. That's what I kind of expected. If I can draw that back into the Hunter, that would be phenomenal, and it happens. Huh, guys. This might be a draw. This might just be like a draw against a really good player, so there's not too much I can do in this situation. But the Hunter's getting a ton of damage. Okay, maybe this might not be a draw. We'll have to wait and see now. I'm going to go for Skellies here. He might pre-zap. He might be good enough to do that. You know, he's been on point with his zaps. Wouldn't surprise me if he pre-zapped on some Skellies. So I just dropped it in a spot that he wouldn't. I'm going to Fireball and Barbarial that. I want to kill it. He's going to spam the other side. I have to worry about this P.E.K.K.A. I'm just going to Ice Golem it. good, not good, not good. I might have thrown, boys. I don't think I threw, but there's a potential. If that P.E.K.K.A doesn't die, we might have. I'm just going to go Hunter everything backward in case he spams even more. This is a crazy, crazy game, guys. I would love to go for Royal Hogs here and just get them closer to the tower, but it's not happening. I have to go 3M just to block here. I know that one of them is going to get hit, but, you know, she's taking it for the greater good, boys. She really is. She's out here. So, GG, Spades. You played incredibly well. There just was no way for us to, either of us, to win at this point, just because there's so many kiting mechanisms that I can do with Ice Golem, and there's no way that I can break through a P.E.K.K.A and Royal Ghost on your side of the map. So, GG, well played, and peace out. Glad that I was able to draw that one. Alright, we got a game where to suss out skeletons here, and this guy's going to end up going for a Santa Claus, so we definitely want to go for 3 Musketeers. If he fireballs or he ends up going in for a poison on them, then guess what? We got you covered, man. We got a Hunter out here. So, hopefully, this man ends up going in for some spells on our Muskies, so then we can end up abusing that and taking advantage of him having a finite amount of spells in his deck. He's actually going to end up going right into the Muskies, and we have Ice Golem just to block. And I think we're okay here. This is a very interesting deck. I personally don't think Bomber is going to be much better after the buffs. I really just... It got buffed, and I just don't think it's good. He's got Fireball, though, so that's a pretty good matchup for him, honestly. Fireball Zap is going to be solid, but as you guys can see, Royal Hogs are OP. So if you separate them from the 3 Musketeers, you can get a lot of value. As you guys just saw, we took out the entirety of his tower. He's going to have Fireball Giant with Bomber, so Bomber is going to be really good against the Royal Hogs. We have to keep that in mind. Bear that in mind. And of course for skeletons in the back and just continuously split our 3 Musketeers, because if they fireball them, we don't really care. You always get value out of them. Slow rolling them in the back because it just takes so much more time to accumulate a push now, and it allows you to just have so much more support. I'm able to get an Ice Golem and a Dark Prince, where otherwise in single elixir that would never have happened before because the slow roll possibility just wasn't there. So in some situations, definitely in single elixir, the spawn rate or the deploy time is actually a buff, as you guys just saw. We end up asserting dominance all over this tower, and he hasn't even gotten tower damage. Can we defend all of it, guys? Can we get a game where he gets 0 tower damage? I'm a believer. I hope I'm not the only one here, though. I really want to win this. He's probably just going to zap my tower if I drop skeletons or anything close. A little bit scared about that. I kind of want to bait out a fireball with the Royal Hogs, and he's not able to fireball our tower. That would be really nice. So now I can go 3M and not worry about that. It'll be very, very cool. I think he goes Giant all in one lane. Do I predict it? Do I just go 3M here all in one lane? Yes. I knew he was going to do it, guys. We're reading him like a book today. He's going to end up having Earthquake, so we were not able to deny all damage. Alas, we were not able to deny all damage. You know, honestly, guys, I think it's a really cool concept to deny all damage, but it's also really stupid. It's not something that I should be super proud of because, as you guys just saw, I played about as perfectly as I could have there, and he still got tower damage because he has a direct spell, right? So let me know what you guys think. If you guys think that it's a cool concept or if you think it's stupid, try and deny all tower damage because they could just spell you. Like, anyone that has a spell can make sure that you take some type of deficit. Another thing that you guys should definitely do is notice this Royal Hog placement. All of them should go towards that tower. If you drop it right there in a 1-0 scenario or a 1-1 scenario, that's going to be the best possible placement. So then you're able to get all the Royal Hogs there as close as possible and as soon as possible, instead of dropping it in the pocket or off to the side.